Assignment upgrading enlightenment, rapid changes, Gaia the dragon. The day is 72 hours and starts at 3 p.m. after hitting the 3 a.m. meditation bells 3 times prior. This post's launch time is the East Coast US 8:08 morning gate. On the 3D date 10,820, the following 3 p.m. will start this new day. Follow this parallel around the globe until it hits local time at 3 p.m. If you are conscious that a new day has begun, it is customary to send love and kindness to someone. Today's date on the Archangelic calendar is Infinity 119A5 Infinity Infinity Y1C1 Y1C1C1 Infinity Infinity O1M1M1M1M1M1 Infinity Infinity B2TT Infinity. Please visit us at archangeliccalendar.com for more information. And please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for your continued support. The calendar and legions. Gaia is in the element of fire, which is a gross understatement, as if she could eat, breath and sleep fire, she would. It sounds a lot like Gaia is in full-on dragon mode, which goes along with the current events taking place. We see the columns moving in unison, causing a massive wave of positive change. We also foresee intense upgrade portals opening up daily, and as a matter of fact, you can use the second and third part of the calendar for entrance portals until further notice. These portals can only lead to higher dimensional benevolence and can be enjoyed in leisure as well as for intense metaphysical work. Never mistake this work for a plea for popularity or popular opinion, fame, or fortune. This is about completing what we started eons ago. If you are uncertain as to what I mean by this, you will soon see. That being said, if you know of a talented being who should be joining our legions, reach out heart to heart. We must insist that you learn how to be a part of the legions without much physical prompting. Everything in this report is in the ether. You can access what needs to be done as well as anyone else can. I want to bring your attention elsewhere via this report, and to do so, these metaphysical skill sets must become common knowledge. The intention is there, and thus we will welcome the pure-hearted soldiers of social justice to the legions. This statement goes to all people whose heart is in the right place, and actions are virtuous. Transitioning to 5D and engineering. An upcoming massive loss of life is detected, and after speaking with Gaia to ask if it was necessary, she went silent. She then gave us an available option, which is in today's assignments. The owner of a famous film festival was arrested for child trafficking. We were on this mission last year, and as we see, after you take out the metaphysical momentum, the proper actions soon follow. We only point this out to help you see the timing involved in these motions concerning the technique. A good amount of dark nights of the souls are coming out as ego will take a shot to the third eye on a macro scale. Luckily, all of those reading this have all been through that event, and in some cases, several times, but we can help those going through it. This is the next wave of enlightenment that will expand the number way beyond 144,000 activated masters. Although it's going to be really hard to remove any bias caused by the camaraderie of the 144,000, they will be everything the 144,000 are, and more if they choose that very challenging path. Free energy is about to come online. This is an exciting timeline shift repercussion that we are most certainly looking forward to. It needs to be said that this is not a success on an earthly agreement, this is an ultimatum from our galactic neighbors who are concerned with the radiation we are emitting. The currency resets happening across the globe are not in the places you would assume them to be. This will be short-lived as we outgrow such things in divine essence and timing. There may be moments where you feel as if you are living inside a Salvador Dali painting, and that is because of the stable instability that we discussed yesterday. Our former world's physics is completely collapsing. Obviously, this will cause anomalies and strange sights. We are in full swing of the great reveal to the 3D transitioning timelines. It is awful fascinating arriving so early as we have the best seats in the house. It was once said that the enlightened master's role in 5D transition would be like greeters at your favorite shopping center, just welcoming everyone. Well, it sure feels like we built this megastructure, brick by brick, and are anxiously awaiting the grand opening. The subtle body between our conscious and subconscious self has been activated. It's basically a place of involuntary divinely guided actions that seemingly take over the moment. Weather patterns have changed because the poles have changed. You are in a different magnetic latitude and longitude, it's going to cause some changes. This is no reason not to take care of the planet as a sentient being, and our mother deserves much better than we are doing. The climate is changing, the causes are complex, but the agenda to take care of Gaia will not waver, this is not negotiable. For the record, it is way more powerful to develop natural abilities rather than technological ones. This has been the contention of The Anunnaki, and it's about to be proven in real time. To say that The star races are excited to see what may potentially do is an understatement. Philosophical buffet. How many remember traveling here as a soul group? When is the last time you tried to remember? We are only conscious of a minuscule percentage of the data received by our brains via the quantum field. That being said, you can dial into any frequency either by expansion or a different focus of observation. The wonders you can uncover are unlimited, this is an infinite inner journey. You cannot stop growth, only embrace or be barreled over by it. Even in a fall, you grow, no matter what you do, physical life is rapid growth. At the end of the day, this is the purpose we found on the way to self-discovery. Never romance your philosophy and theories to fit a stance of non-action. This lackadaisical stance may work for the masses, but it does not for our legions. Always remember we are the answer to their prayers, and the mentality of toxic positivity must be eradicated from all conscious beings. There has never been or will be an archangel who turns the other cheek on atrocities, this is a terrible misquote. Our friends, families, and loved ones have rejected our ideology for many of us as they fear what they do not understand. Like the lady in The Red Dress analogy, most will defend their misconstrued notion of reality until their final breath. This does not mean that we lose empathy for humanity. Again, remember whose prayers we are sent to answer. See yourself on the divine orchestration side and never the opposite. Idolize no one or nothing. If you like someone, admire their actions and do not put them on a pedestal. Allow them to be human and make mistakes. This mentality will go a long way for everyone. Minimum of I am in. I am inside you. Less than your higher self knows. If a New Age teacher says to you, I want to teach you to be selfish and to only worry about what you want, so take comfort in knowing that the universe is only responding to the desires of others and that is what causes their suffering, this would be malevolent teaching. No child has attracted suffering to themselves. This is a complicated multiverse, with rules that most cannot even comprehend, let alone teach. Channing is another pretense of ego. Remember what we discussed about the difference between a voice and an interpretation of a non-physical message. At a distance, you may notice the beauty, but in the intimacy of reality, you notice one's soul and raw humanity. The less posing for the optical eye that humanity does, the better. It's time to leave our caves. Today's tools. Tools will be active until the next post. Use the legend below to help you decipher how to best use today's weapons. Passive equals no intention needed to use or arm. It will work on its own when you accept its presence. All you need to do is give permission, and it will work on your behalf. Active equals intention needed to use. Aggressive equals will attack before anything has a chance to harm you. Do not try to wield weapons if there is no pure love in your heart for your motions and the attached beings. Active. Archangel Michael's legendary sword can handle anything, as it is entirely omnipotent. No level of consciousness can block this divine weapon. It is also a great weapon against electronics and technology as it can override any circuitry. Passive, active and aggressive. Archangel Isaac's radiant field looks a lot like Magneto's force field, and it reacts to any life form with either loving energy or a transmutational blast of vast power. Passive and aggressive. Archangel Leo's Swords of Plenty is a passive and aggressive attack sword with a complete will. Do not try to wield at all, you will only get in the way, equip and go. Passive and aggressive. Archangel Calaziel's radiant rays of health can ward off all diseases and illnesses. It can also help life recover from conditions already inflicted. It is valid on land masses and living beings. Passive and aggressive. Archangel Thelia's radiant compassion sends heartfelt love to all within your jurisdictions. The tool brings a nurturing aspect of healing, and it has incredible warmth. It is best to wield this with a calm frame of mind. Active. Archangel Raphael's healing staff is an omnipotent healing force that works gradually or intensively depending on how you wield it. It is considered the best general healing instrument. Passive and active. Archangel Jeremiah's enhanced intuition allows the voices of your soul to become louder. It will enable the judges of spirit to be more evident than ever before. Passive, active, and aggressive short range. Archangel Chamuel's radiant peace allows you to be secluded in a peaceful bubble, no matter what is happening around you. It also allows those in your heart space the same benefits. Active and passive. Vahu Mana's Timeline Destroyer is a great reality molder. It can help you actively destroy lower timelines that you do not wish to experience. For example, if the thought of tragedy enters your brain for no reason, use this sword to destroy that timeline so it cannot manifest. Passive. Archangel Salathiel's rescue net allows for a tremendous amount of room for error. It is a self-adjusting timeline fine-tuner that improves your quality of life by manipulating the space-time continuum, and this is a soft-spoken but potent tool. Active and passive. Archangel Dabiel's staff of bear medicine can heal all natural things. This staff is also a powerful ally against all items that may obstruct you. Active and passive. Chiliel's horn summons an army of unimaginable power to your location. It is a hypersensitive tool, and it will adapt to current events in your life and on a global scale. Today's assignments. Please use today's current tools if you need assistance performing the tasks below. Nothing is requiring you to do the following. If you are ready, your higher self will call you to duty. If not, skip to the meditation. Please note it is always advised to hold metaphysical modalities for at least a 72 count. You must be ready for unexpected calls to metaphysical action without our prompting. Asterisk. Continue to use the exit portal we created. It is still functioning optimally. This exit portal's longevity is impressive. The diamond flame is mostly associated with Archangel Metatron. It is a harsh flame that does not really care what is going on. It will transmute, transform, and transition anything without prejudice. Asterisk. There is no way to predict the level of immaturity that organized darkness evokes. The truth is that there is a threat of a malevolent star being attack that was given to a wannabe faction of star beings, who are talking everything from surprise attack to destroying the moon in the direction of the earth. Let me be the first to say, this will not work out well for them. The reason why I say this is because if you look at this event on all possible timelines, we see a superhero-style event with 144,000 deities, handing the group their asses. Any one of us could handle this ourselves, but we will still go in as a group for their safety, as someone will need to stop the merciless beating at some point. This is the same thing that Archangel Michael, Shiva, has done for Kali Ma, where he needed to lay himself down to calm her down. Our legions have enough balance to achieve this. We will disable their ships with The Diamond Flame, and transmute their intentions with Violet Flame. If you are really looking out for their well-being, you can go in with Sword and Shield as well. If they repair their ships and come anyway, it's now a purposeful and sustained choice via free will. They are all parked on the dark side of the moon, and if they get to the front, no eyes will wish to see the answer that infinitely expanding Creator Source has for them. Think Sodom and Gomorrah, and if we get to that point, we will allow enough time to warn humanity not to look. Asterisk. We have many soulless bodies running around at the moment. We can either find appropriate suitors for these bodies or allow them all to return to Earth. Many walk-ins are waiting on the far side of the Orion constellation. We can allow them access to walk in these bodies. We achieve this with a portal connecting the far side of Orion to Mount Oku in Africa. I must say that even this will not fill all of the absent bodies, and a mass loss of bodies will still occur on some level. Asterisk. The wildfires were not started by the element of fire, and thus cannot be extinguished with the element of water. The choice element would be earth. Envision dust, sand, or dirt extinguishing the fires much in the same way you would put out a grease fire. Asterisk cities in need of violet flame: Xi Jinping, Baku, Cannes, Los Angeles, Istanbul, Washington, D.C., NYC, Trenton, San Juan, San Paulo, Campana, Street. Petersburg, Rio, London, Paris, Sydney, Melbourne, Cape Town, Tokyo, Charlotte, and Baghdad. Asterisk activate the Stargate Xerxes in Persepolis, Iran, with intense metallic electric surges of platinum, silver, gold, copper, and diamond lightning. We are getting Arcturian ground troops, which again is for the malevolent galactic beings, safety, because if it gets to the archangels, it will not be pretty. This also means that the microbiological traps laid for the benevolent galactic beings have been completely eradicated. Intense light, plasma, flame, breeze, and electrical codes are needed to stabilize the intense changes from a physical perspective. Engulf Earth and its accompanying dimensions with the following: flames: white, red, blue, indigo, red, violet, indigo, violet, rainbow. Breeze: white, red, blue, indigo, red, violet, indigo, violet, rainbow. Lights: white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, black, copper, bronze, brown, teal, rose gold, silver, orange, indigo, violet, platinum, diamond, rainbow. Plasma: white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, black, copper, bronze, brown, teal, rose gold, silver, orange, indigo, violet, platinum, diamond, rainbow. Assignment: upgrading enlightenment. Smiley face. Each report will now have continual updates and reports on this task until complete. This is an assignment for the benefit of the generations that come after us. Give it your all. We do not inherit this reality from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. Opening parenthesis colon closing parenthesis. If I can get personal for a moment, which I try not to do, I had to walk life and death 3 times in this body and every single body that I have ever inhabited. This is not to mention that I have lost everything and had to start my life over more times than I can say, all to understand at a level that satisfies my soul for the moment to do my job. My story's circumstances may be unique, but the overall macro truth of this is most certainly is not. If it's burning in your heart to achieve the highest levels of consciousness, you will have to experience the universe in some profound and intense ways. Of course, if we do not raise the median of this via consciousness and purposeful action, I cannot comprehend what the next generation would need to do to raise the bar. The purpose of this assignment is to make enlightenment a more reasonable mandatory jump, and if they aim higher, it is on them. The Elohim Legion have changed the macro settings to allow this to be possible, but the day-to-day engineering will have to be done by our hands. If you recall their intention of easing the Lightworkers' road, it led to discovering some issues not originally intended for this universe. We will be raising the bar very literally by making an effort to make a more cooperative 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th dimensions. This is done by making an obnoxious amount of light tunnels through the dimensions. This can be done in various ways, but it is not a portal, so none of the portal's rules apply. Envision an intense drill of pure light coming out of your crown chakra, then start weaving yourself in and out from the 5th to the 8th dimensions, either in meditation or in active metaphysical work. If you have an issue achieving this, please revisit the crown chakra activation meditation and then retry. Today's meditation is above, please enjoy.